University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, the second round matches continue tonight with 4 of the 8 places in the quarterfinals already taken and the 5th due to go to tonight's winners. The losers, though, will find themselves the 17th team to have left the competition. Goldsmiths College had a rather easy time of it in round 1, coming up against a team from the University of London Institute based in Paris. Paris also seemed to be where they'd left their brains, happily for Goldsmiths, who were on 180 at the gong to their opponent's 55, having performed strongly on Nobel laureates, Spencer's Fairy Queen and science in the 1740s. Their average age is 23. Let's meet them again.
Hi, I'm Keshava Guha. I'm from Bangalore, and I'm studying for an MA in Creative and Life Writing.
Hi, I'm Ian Cox. I'm originally from Halifax, and I'm studying politics, philosophy and economics.
This is their captain.
Hi, I'm Diana Isaacson. I'm from New Orleans, and I'm studying an MA in history.
Hi, I'm Jamie Robinson. I'm from Belfast, and I'm studying history.
Now, the team from Glasgow University had a more testing time of it in their first round match against Emmanuel College, Cambridge. And it wasn't until the second half of the match that they pulled away, eventually winning by 200 points to 175. Their strengths included magic squares, the island of Heligoland, and the works of Armando Iannucci. With an average age of 22, let's meet the Glasgow team again.
Hi, I'm Lewis Barn. I'm from the town of Airdrie in North Lanarkshire, and I'm studying for a diploma in professional legal practice.
Hi, I'm Freya Whiteford. I'm from Bonnybridge near Falkirk, and I'm studying physics with astrophysics.
This is their captain.
Hello, my name is James Hampson, and I'm from Helsby in Cheshire, and I study medicine.
Hi, my name's Cam Herbert. I'm from Burley and Wharfdale in West Yorkshire, and I study sociology with quantitative methods.
Right, let's just get on with it then. Fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first start of a 10. What verb is first cited in the OED in 1821, meaning to scatter seed abroad with the hand? It soon came to indicate the dissemination of ideas, and a further usage was established in the early...
Goldsmiths Guha.
Propagate?
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. And a further usage was established in the early 1920s, when a citation referring to radio ends with the explanation sending out messages without receiving replies.
Glasgow Whiteford.
Broadcast?
Broadcast is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on film soundtracks. Firstly, for 5 points, from 1996, the US musician Mark Mothersbaugh collaborated with which director on the soundtracks of films including Bottle Rocket and Rushmore?
Wes Anderson.
Yeah, well, he directed Rushmore.
Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson?
Correct. Anderson's 2004 film, The Life Aquatic by Steve Zissou, includes a number of Portuguese covers of David Bowie's songs by which Brazilian artist?
João Gilberto? I don't know any...
That's the only Wes Anderson film I've never seen.
Yeah, João Gilberto.
Okay,
cool. Nominate Herbert? João Gilberto?
No, it's Seu Jorge. And finally, tracks on the soundtrack of The Royal Tenenbaums include Police and Thieves and Rock the Casbah by which British group?
The Clash.
Correct. 10 points for this. Give 2 surnames promptly here. In their paper published in Nature in April 1953, who wrote...
Glasgow Hampson.
Crick and Watson.
Crick and Watson is correct. Your bonuses are on a physicist and author, Glasgow, born in 1781. Which Scottish physicist gives his name to the angle of incidence, also known as the polarising angle?
Oh.
This is not for it. Kelvin or Maxwell or...
1781.
It may well be Maxwell.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I'll be killed for this.
Is it
Do
we not know?
James what?
Yeah, that's good. James Watt. James Watt.
No, you will be killed for it. It's Sir David Brewster. In the subtitle of his 1841 work, Martyrs of Science, Brewster lists Galileo and which other 2 astronomers both were born north of the Alps during the 16th century?
Okay, so obviously one's going to be Kuiper. Copernicus in the 16th century? I don't know. Is that a thing? I have no idea.
You might as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it works. Kuiper and Copernicus?
No, it's Tycho Brahe and Johannes Kepler. Copernicus was born earlier. And finally, described as the best available until 1980, an 1855 biography by Brewster concerns which scientist born in Lincolnshire in 1642?
Newton.
Well done. 10 points for this. Founded in 1538, the University of Debrecen is the oldest continuously operating institution of higher education in which country? Some faculties of the university formerly bore the name of the 19th century political reformer Lajos Kossuth.
Glasgow Herbert.
Hungary.
Hungary is correct. Right, your bonuses are on pairs of words that begin with the same two letters. I need both the words in each case. Firstly, a German cathedral city and spa near the Dutch and Belgian borders, and a nocturnal African mammal that feeds on ants and termites.
So,
Aardvark
and Aachen.
Oh,
Aachen, yeah. Aachen and Aardvark.
Correct. Secondly, a soft-finned fish resembling a snake, and an adjective meaning deeply pessimistic or gloomy, derived from the name of a character in a children's book.
So that's lungfish and lugubrious, although I might be making that up.
You seem more confident than we are.
Does that work?
You sure it's lungfish?
I'm not sure it's lugubrious. I need a different character in the book.
Lungfish and lung... I don't know.
You might as well go for it.
Yes, we can just two letters. So.
Okay, lungfish and lugubrious.
No, it's eel and eeyorish. And finally, a limestone made of rounded granules of calcium carbonate around a grain of sand, and an icy cloud of comet nuclei orbiting the sun far beyond the orbit of Pluto.
So that's Urt and...
What is the...
And... Oats.
What are the first two letters of the thing you're sure
Double
on?
O.
Double O, right,
Yeah.
so... O and...
Unless it's literally just coma and something else.
Okay, do you want it now? Pass.
Well, you've got half of it. It's oolite and Oort cloud. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a list of an actor's Academy Award wins and nominations, with her winning performance removed. For 10 points, I want both the name of the actor and the missing film title.
Goldsmiths Guha.
Kate Winslet for The Reader.
Glasgow Hampson.
Helen Mirren in The Queen.
Correct. So we follow on from Helen Mirren's CV with your picture bonuses showing 3 more actors' track records with the Academy, again with their winning performances removed. Give me the actor and the title of her missing film in each case. Firstly...
This is Kate Winslet.
Yes.
So, and she won it.
2000 and something.
Oh, wait, no, nominated for Best Actress.
She won
Is this
between 2006 and 2015.
Revolutionary Road, right? Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is. Kate Winslet, Revolutionary Road.
No, it's Kate Winslet and The Reader. Secondly...
Octavia Spencer?
Okay.
No,
I don't. No, I don't know.
I don't know if she won Best Supporting Actress, but
I don't know.
I think she was nominated for The Shape of Water, wasn't she, this year?
Okay, what's her name?
Octavia Spencer.
Okay, Octavia Spencer and The Shape of Water.
Viola Davis in Fences. And finally...
That's Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, but what did she...
Silver Linings Playbook, or...
Okay.
That was 2011, wasn't
No,
it?
might well be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. Jennifer Lawrence and The Silver Linings Playbook.
Correct. 10 points for this. Believed to have been coined by Ben Jonson in around 1629, what term denotes a property linking the spelling of the following? A musical note with the time value of 2 crotchets, the surname of a US financier born in Budapest, the only name of the mother of the prophet Samuel...
Goldsmiths Guha.
Thoros?
No, you lose 5 points. The only name of the mother of the prophet Samuel and the given name of the Iron Chancellor.
Glasgow Herbert.
Otto.
No, Otto was the first name of Bismarck, of course, but it's palindromes. That's what I was looking for. 10 points for this. All women everywhere should let flowers fall upon her tomb, for it was she who earned them the right to speak their minds, shady and amorous as she was. Those words of Virginia Woolf refer to which 17th century writer whose works include the plays...
Glasgow Hampson.
Afraban.
Afraban is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on place name elements in China and Japan. Firstly, a Chinese character meaning capital appears in the names of the Chinese city of Nanjing and of which former Japanese capital about 50 kilometres northeast of Osaka?
So that'd be Kyoto, wouldn't
Kyoto,
it?
yeah.
So it's a character Jing. Yeah, so Kyoto.
Okay, Kyoto.
Kyoto is right. A character meaning wide or broad appears in the names of the Japanese city of Hiroshima and of which major Chinese city on the Pearl River?
That'd be the character for Dai, but that's in Japanese. I don't know what it would be in Chinese. So
I don't know.
something big.
Something
Big. Big something.
Well, name a Chinese city.
Wuhan, maybe?
Guangdong?
I don't know.
Guangdong sort of works better, I think.
Maybe.
Guangdong?
No, it's Guangzhou. Finally, a character meaning happy or fortunate appears in the names of the Japanese city Fukuoka and of which coastal province of southeast China?
I don't know. I just don't know. I couldn't
In
name
Japanese it's Fuku, but I don't know.
Was it Fukushima? Is that?
No, that's Japan.
Oh,
Then
sorry,
that's
sorry.
different. That's
That's
Fukuoka
Japan,
and
favourite,
Fukushima.
So, do you not know any provinces of China at all?
I don't know. Sichuan.
I have no idea.
Okay, Sichuan?
No, it's Fujian. 10 points for this. In the summer of 1939, which two major powers engaged in the undeclared border war, sometimes known as the Nomonham Incident? After this conflict, the countries in question remained at peace with one another until the summer of 1945.
Glasgow Herbert.
The Soviet Union and Japan.
Correct. Your bonuses this time are on scientific terms, Glasgow. What Greek letter designates an electrically neutral baryon with a spin of -1/2, made up of one up, one down, and one strange quark?
We're
So
the
maybe-
physics person.
Tau? Maybe I don't actually know this. I don't think I've probably learned it
So will I just
and then
what
forgotten
will we
it.
do? Okay.
I'd go for Tau.
Okay, cool. Tau?
No, it's a lambda particle. The lambda point is the temperature below which what specific substance becomes superfluid?
Probably be helium or
Or
hydrogen.
should we say helium? Helium
Helium.
feels right. Helium?
It's helium-4. I wanted the specific substance. In human anatomy, the lambdoid structure is located in what part of the skeletal framework?
You can do this.
I have absolutely no idea.
You study medicine, James.
Heads on.
I've already been killed. Me
I've
too.
literally never heard of it. The pelvis.
No, it's the skull. 10 points for this. Hyacinthoid's non-scripta has what common name after the distinctive shape and colour of its flowers? Noted for its sweet scent, it blooms from mid-April and is an indicator of ancient woodland.
Glasgow Herbert.
Bluebell.
Bluebell is correct, yes. You get 3 bonuses on literature and substance abuse. Firstly, in the 1860 book Artificial Paradises, which French writer compared hashish and wine as means of expanding individuality? He's perhaps best known for a poetry collection that was prosecuted for obscenity.
Charles Baudelaire. Charles Baudelaire.
Baudelaire.
Are you sure of that?
Wait.
I was
Lewis has something to
thinking-
say.
I thought Guy de Maupassant was he 19th century though?
French.
No, he wasn't most famous for poetry, though, was he?
Charles Baudelaire.
Yeah, Baudelaire?
Baudelaire is correct. Written following an experience with laudanum, which poetic fragment of the Romantic era concludes, "For he on honeydew hath fed and drunk the milk of paradise"?
Xanadu by Coleridge.
Yeah, okay. Xanadu by Coleridge?
It's Kubla Khan by Coleridge. And in which novel, finally, by Graham Greene, does the journalist narrator Thomas Fowler have an opium habit?
Brighton Rock.
Is it?
That's a novel.
I've not read it.
By Graham Greene. I've
I
not
mean,
read
it is a
either.
novel. I don't know.
Yes.
That's Graham Greene.
That's been like, that's about gangsters, isn't it? It's not about... Okay,
I think it was from Our Man in Havana, but if you...
A Man in Havana's a good show. A Man in Havana by Graham Greene.
No, it's The Quiet American. We're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of classical music. 10 points if you can give me the name of its composer.
Glasgow Herbert.
Beethoven.
Beethoven is correct. Part of the first movement of his Ninth Symphony. That was one of the pieces analysed in Susan McClary's Feminine Endings, which applied feminist theory to musical analysis. Your music bonuses are 3 more composers or artists discussed in that book. 5 points for each one you can name. Firstly, name this composer. McClary describes this theme as representing the site of patriarchally prohibited desire.
So it's a clarinet piece. So
Yeah.
the-
Never liked the clarinet.
Any thoughts, Cam?
I can't shake the feeling I've heard it before.
What do you think, like late 19th century?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
What do you think, Cam?
Please have a
Someone
thought.
from like late 19th century, but we don't.
No.
It's like foray. I don't know.
We'll say 4 and be done with it.
Come on.
Yeah.
We're not gonna-
Okay.
Foray.
No, that's Tchaikovsky, a bit of his Fourth Symphony. Secondly, this contemporary composer, according to McClary, musical gestures like theirs are only slightly more graphic and literal in pornographic films.
Oh, it's just Philip Glass, right?
Hang on. No, I think that's Steve. It's more Steve
Oh
Reich.
god, yeah, of course. Yeah, Steve Reich. Yeah,
Steve Reich?
Reich.
No, it's John Adams, Short Ride in a Fast Machine there. And finally, the artist, according to McClary, the central dichotomy she inevitably invokes is that of the virgin and the whore.
It's Madonna.
So that's the kind of thing someone would say about Madonna.
Yeah, like literally Virgin and the Whore. So
This isn't Madonna.
Is it Kylie?
No,
No, it's okay.
I don't know who this is.
sure it's not Blondie.
No, is it Belinda Carlisle? I don't know.
You're going to kick yourself
I
as
think it's
Madonna and we don't
Madonna.
Okay,
go
let's
for
go.
it.
Is it Madonna? Okay, Madonna.
It is Madonna, yes. Right, 10 points for this. At the turn of the 20th century, what term did the US philosopher C.S. Peirce introduce for a working hypothesis?
Goldsmiths Guha.
Pragmatism?
I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Working hypothesis derived from informed conjecture. The same term is used in logic for a method of reasoning and in anatomy for the movement of a limb away from the median plane of the body.
Glasgow Bar.
Lateral.
No, it's abduction. Right, we're going to take another starter question now. Belonging to the division of Bryophyta, which small non-vascular spore-bearing land plant are commonly found in moist, shady places? They aid in soil erosion control, and some species are used to form peat.
Goldsmiths Isaacson.
Moss.
Mosses is correct, yes. You get 3 bonuses on Dadabhai Naoroji, the first Asian member of the House of Commons. In 1856, firstly, Naoroji was appointed Professor of which Indian language at University College London? It was the mother tongue of both Mohandas Gandhi and Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Nominate Guha.
Gujarati.
Gujarati is correct. In 1885, Naoroji helped to establish which Indian political party? It dominated India's independence movement and has formed most of India's government since independence.
Nominate Guha.
The Indian National Congress.
Correct. And finally, Naoroji was elected as the Liberal MP for Central Finsbury in 1892. Earlier in 1888, which Prime Minister had doubted that, quote, a British constituency would elect a black man?
Gladstone?
No, it was Lord Salisbury. 10 points for this. Thought to date from the late 1st century AD and sometimes cited as the oldest working example of its kind, what is the function of the Tower of Hercules, a landmark at the entrance?
Goldsmiths Isaacson.
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse is correct, yes. Your bonuses now are on German composers. In each case, identify the composer from the description. Firstly, born 1819, a child prodigy, and later a pianist and composer who taught at the Leipzig Conservatory. She also edited the collected edition of her husband's compositions after his death.
She sounds lame. I'm going to nominate you.
Go on.
Mendelssohn.
No, it's Clara Schumann. Secondly, a 12th century poet and Benedictine nun. As well as her musical compositions, her works include written records of the visions she experienced from childhood onwards. She was formally canonized in 2012.
I think it is Hildegard.
St Hildegard is correct, Hildegard of Bingen. Finally, born in 1805, 6 of this composer's songs were published under the name of her more famous brother, who acknowledged she was a better pianist.
It's worth a shot. Do you have any?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Mendelssohn.
Fanny Mendelssohn is correct. Right. 10 points for this. Also known as the quadratic electro-optic effect, the change in the refractive index of a material in response to an applied electric field is known by the name of which Scottish physicist born in 1924?
Goldsmiths Isaacson.
Maxwell.
Anyone like to buzz from Glasgow? It's John Kerr. 10 points for this. I need a specific five-letter word here. In Evelyn Waugh's novel Scoop, what corresponds to planet in the Superman comics?
Goldsmiths Guha.
Beast.
Daily Beast is correct, yes, the name of the newspaper. Right, you get a set of bonuses on eponymous laws. Name either the Canadian-born astronomer or the US physicist who give their names to a law stating that in lists of numbers from many sources of data, the leading digit 1 occurs more frequently than the others.
I'm going to go with Smith. Let's go. Smith.
No, it's Newcomb and Benford. In his 1975 book, The Mythical Man Month, the US computer scientist Fred Brooks proposed Brooks's law, summarised as adding manpower to a late software project makes it what?
Worse? Worse?
No, it's later. Which co-founder of Intel made the observation that the number of transistors on a chip doubles every 18 months?
More.
Gordon Moore is correct, yes. 10 points for this. To the nearest percentage point, how much of a normal distribution is within 2 standard deviations of the mean?
Goldsmiths Cox.
95.
95% is correct, yes. Goldsmith, your bonuses are on Eurasian species of bear. Native to India, Melursus ursinus has what common name after its slow speed and resemblance to an arboreal mammal of Central and South America?
Yeah. Sloth bear.
Sloth bear is correct. Native to Southeast Asia, Helarctos malayanus is often known by what common name after a yellowish marking on the chest?
It's a sun bear. It's a sun bear.
It is a sun bear, yes. And finally, Ursus arctos beringianus is a subspecies of brown bear, often named after which large peninsula of the Russian Far East?
Vladivostok is a place. What's the blob called?
Maybe. Kamchatka.
Nominate Robinson.
Kamchatka.
Correct. Well done. We're going to take another picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a painting. 10 points if you can name the artist.
Glasgow Hanson.
Magritte.
It is René Magritte, Empire of Lights. That is part of the Peggy Guggenheim Museum, which is the modern art museum in Venice. Your picture bonuses are 3 more works from that connection. Name the artist in each case. Firstly, for 5.
It's Picasso, right? It's nearly Picasso. Or it's the other guy who started Cubism, Picasso. Like,
I think if you thought Picasso first of all, then
okay. Picasso.
No, that's by Marcel Duchamp, Sad Young Man on a Train. And secondly?
I don't know.
I guess Dali works. I don't know.
It doesn't.
Doesn't look very
It doesn't really work, does it?
Dali-y.
I don't know anything better. It's like surrealist 20th century
No
painters.
idea.
Okay. Right, fine. Dali.
No, that's by Max Ernst. And finally?
This
Oh, is that Juan Miro?
Yeah, it is Juan Miro, isn't it? Yeah. Juan Miro.
It is Miro, yes. 10 points for this. Give both answers promptly. A project established in 1995, the National Forest covers parts of 3 ceremonial counties of England. Name 2 of them.
Glasgow Hampson.
Hampshire and Sussex.
Nope. Anyone like to buzz from Goldsmiths? Come on, take a punt.
Goldsmiths Guha.
Worcestershire and Warwickshire.
No, it's Derbyshire, Leicestershire and Staffordshire. So 10 points for this. The Pataka, the Dobra, the Kwanzaa and the Metical are currencies of former colonies of which country?
Glasgow Herbert.
Spain.
Anyone like to have a
Goldsmiths
go?
Guha.
Goldsmiths?
Portugal.
Portugal is correct, yes. These bonuses are on a historical figure, Goldsmiths. The prince must be a fox, therefore, to recognise the traps, and a lion to frighten the wolves. Who made that statement in a work of 1513?
Machiavelli.
Correct. He who wishes to see what is to come should observe what has already happened. Machiavelli wrote those words in a work known as the Discourses, on which Roman historian of the Julio-Claudian period?
Livy.
Correct. Machiavelli appears alongside a variety of characters, including Girolamo Savonarola, in which historical novel by George Eliot?
Yeah, I didn't know she...
Romola, maybe.
You want me to nominate you? Nominate Guha.
Romola?
Romola is correct, yes. 10 points for this. The periodontium, which includes the cementum and the gingiva, is the fleshy tissue that surrounds and supports...
Goldsmiths Guha.
Gums?
No, you lose 5 points. What parts of the human body?
Glasgow Hampson.
The mouth, the oropharynx.
No, it's teeth. 10 points for this. Which city in present-day Yemen gives its name to the body of water that links the Red Sea with the Arabian
Goldsmiths
Sea?
Guha.
Aden.
Aden is correct. Goldsmiths, your bonuses are on human anatomy. In each case, name the biological system, for example, digestive or reproductive, of which the following structures form a part. Firstly, the sacral plexus, ansa cervicalis, and jugular ganglion.
Cardiovascular.
No, it's the nervous system. Secondly, the trapezius, soleus, and sartorius.
Muscular.
Correct. And finally, the calcaneus, pisiform, and maxilla.
Maxilla is skeletal. Skeletal.
Correct. 10 points for this. Intended by its author to act as a little bridge of sympathy between East and West. Which novel of 1924 is set largely in the fictional...
Goldsmiths Guha.
A Passage to India.
A Passage to India is correct. These bonuses are on Africa, Goldsmiths. Which country is named after Africa's second highest mountain, more than 5,000 metres in height?
Kenya.
Correct. Which country shares its name with a large freshwater lake at the junction of 4 countries in the Sahel?
Chad.
Chad.
Chad is correct. Which country takes its name from a major river that reaches the Indian Ocean in neighbouring Mozambique?
Congo.
No, it's Zambia. 10 points for this. Sometimes used as a fuel in nuclear reactors, what compound has the chemical formula UC? And that could go on. Goldsmiths have 125. Glasgow University, though, have 135. Well, you were coming back strongly, Goldsmiths, very strongly towards the end there, but you didn't quite make it. So we're going to have to say goodbye to you, I'm afraid. Glasgow, congratulations. It was a pretty strong performance again from you, so we look forward to seeing you in the quarterfinals. I hope you can join us next time for another second-round match. But until then, it's goodbye from Goldsmiths College London.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Glasgow University.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.